Hey guys, so today I have one of the coolest elements in my opinion, cesium. Its atomic number is 55. It is an alkali metal, along with lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and francium. As with gallium, cesium melts at a low enough temperature that it would melt in your hand. It melts at 83 degrees Fahrenheit. However, cesium is so reactive that it can spontaneously ignite from moisture in the air, so I wouldn't recommend pouring some in your hand to have it melt. Its boiling point is also quite low at 1,240 degrees Fahrenheit. Cesium is the softest known metal with the most hardness of just 0.2. Pretty much anything can scratch it. As with other alkali metals, cesium is not very dense, having a density of 1.9 grams per cubic centimeter. However, it's still more dense than the other alkali metals. There's some cesium in a lucite cube and in an ampule. It almost looks like liquefied gold. I wouldn't recommend making jewelry out of it, though. If I held this in my hand for a bit, it would liquefy, which I'm going to attempt to do. Cesium's most common use is in a solution of cesium hydroxide and formic acid, which is used as a drilling fluid. Another really cool thing that cesium is used for is in the atomic clock. Atoms are exposed to a precise amount of microwave radiation, and the frequency with which they switch energy states is measured. That is how a second is defined, and everything from a cellular phone service to GPS relies on this technology. It is used in photoelectric cells. It is also used in vacuum tubes because it, like other alkali metals, readily sucks up any unwanted oxygen. And cesium hydroxide is a stronger base than the much more commonly used sodium and potassium hydroxide, but it is rarely used because cesium is so expensive and difficult to refine. One use, as I previously mentioned, is as a drilling fluid. Cesium-137 is a fission product that is often formed from the fission of uranium-235, and it is quite problematic from a health perspective, but it does have some industrial uses, and it has also been used in the past to treat certain types of cancer. However, better alternatives have since emerged. Cesium isn't expensive because it is super rare, it's expensive because it's difficult to extract. It is the 47th most abundant element in the Earth's crust at 3 parts per million. It was discovered in 1860 and first isolated in 1882. The name cesium comes from the Latin word meaning sky blue, which refers to its spectral colors. Stable isotopes of cesium are either non-toxic or mildly toxic, but it does not play any biological role, and your body can mistake it for potassium, which has the potential to cause problems. Radioactive cesium-137, on the other hand, is extremely harmful to health. Let's see if this thing liquefied. Oh, it did. Well, there's still a little chunk of solid metal in there, it looks like, but it's just from holding my hand for a couple minutes. And this is, of course, what cesium looks like as a solid. So this will probably solidify pretty quickly. So yeah, that's cesium. It is one of my favorite elements, and I'm glad I could share it with you. I'll see you next time.